Why does Olive always end up touching you when she sleeps? Not next to you, against you, a paw on your leg, her back against your side, some part of her always making contact. It turns out that's not an accident, and it's not just comfort. There's a specific reason rescue dogs do this more than any other dogs, and it starts with something your body is doing without you noticing. Dogs don't need physical contact to sleep. Plenty of dogs sleep perfectly well, curled up alone, feet away from their person. So why does she choose contact? Researchers who study canine sleep have found that touch during rest lowers heart rate and reduces the small awakenings dogs have throughout the night. The brief alert moments where the brain checks the environment for threats. For most dogs, those checks are quick and automatic. For a rescue dog, they can be longer and more frequent. Is she just being clingy? No. Physical contact gives her nervous system a constant, low-effort answer to the question it's always quietly asking, is everything still okay? She doesn't have to lift her head and look. She can just feel you there. But there's a second layer to this, something happening in both of your bodies at once. Physical contact between a dog and their person triggers a release of oxytocin, the same bonding hormone involved in parent-infant closeness, in both of you simultaneously. It's not one-directional. Her contact is doing something to your body too. Oxytocin also actively suppresses cortisol, the stress hormone. So the touch isn't just emotionally comforting, it's chemically lowering the exact hormone that kept her hypervigilant back when she didn't have anyone to trust. Notice what that means. Every night she chooses contact, she's running a small, repeated experiment. Touch you and see if the world stays calm. For a dog with no history of loss, that experiment was settled a long time ago. For a rescue dog, it gets rerun more often, for longer, because the stakes of getting it wrong once felt so much higher. And there's one more thing this contact does, something about timing, not just touch. Studies on co-sleeping mammals, including some recent work on dogs and their owners, suggest that close physical contact can partially synchronize sleep cycles between two individuals. When she's touching you, her body has a second signal beyond silence and stillness. You're breathing, your own settling into deeper sleep. That's a very old, very basic mammalian signal. In the wild, a calm, sleeping body next to you means the immediate area has been checked and cleared. Your rescue dog's biology hasn't fully unlearned that logic. It's just found a new source for it. You. So when she presses against you at 2 a.m., she's not performing affection for an audience. She's reading your body as evidence. Here's what's easy to miss in all of this. None of it is a trick, and none of it is neediness. It's the most efficient system her body has for answering the one question it never fully stopped asking. Every dog you've ever met needed food, water, and shelter. A rescue dog needed those too. But for a long time, she also needed proof. Proof that stayed. Proof she could check without even opening her eyes. That's what the weight against your leg is. Not a habit. Not a coincidence. Just the easiest, quietest way she has to check.